here somewhere, because once we clean it up, it's going to be cleaned up.
Sure.
Like, put it right here.
What's up, YouTube? It's a beautiful day. It's sunny and Harvey is smiling. Harvey is smiling. And we're gonna get at it. We got a whole to-do list and rain on the way. Christian and Max are here. Let's go. Come along with us. Fueling up. Joe, you've been watching all these other YouTubers. Are you gonna get a diesel tank and look into gas for at our house?
Well, the diesel's easy, but I don't know what we can do to, like, regulations and everything for gas and how hard that is to get. Not to mention, I think half of whatever I had on supply would go into Harvey's trucks.
Well, and then Christian couldn't stop at the store and get his protein snacks.
No, half would go into your trucks and motorcycles, and the other half would go into my son's four-wheeler.
My bike I would fill, my truck I'd still go to.
Isn't that part of working for Pulling Property? Just
Employee
everyone.
benefit, free gas for everyone.
Yeah, like Harvey goes to mow his sister's house, brings back the mower on EEE.
They were both empty back on the trailer. I said, Harvey, I didn't even expect you to buy the gas. There's
Just
gas in the
fill
trailer. At
them
least
up.
put it in.
Like, it couldn't get much lower. I'm surprised you didn't run out.
I was shocked too.
I was shocked too, he said.
We fuel up everything. We even fuel up
Christian,
her boyfriend's dirt bike.
You brought a truck today. You should have brought it. We could have fueled it up for you. Max, go grab your
I said
truck.
I'd fill that can and then never did.
You're such a good boss, Joe.
I know.
Free fuel for everybody.
I mean, fuel's cheap, so.
You should get like 500 gallons of gas at the house and then I'll just pay cost to fill my truck.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, my cost. 10 cents a gallon, 10 cents for.
The ultimate hack to spend as much money as fast as possible.
What's that pump at for monies?
Harvey's got a hose.
You want to see if they have a donut?
Filling
that
both
at?
tanks.
18 gallons.
No, money wise.
Oh, 55, almost.
Wait, where's Christian? I had to get on camera, Christian. First time here, we drove through, and then the cemetery goes all this open space, and then that like monument. What do you think of it?
Pretty big.
I think that's the first time that you haven't said like too easy. It is pretty big, but the first time we bid it and looked at it, I was super kind of overwhelmed and told Joe we don't want this. But being in here with 3 or 4 mowers and like 3 trimmers, I think we'll be in and out in like 5-6 hours. And I have backup for this summer once the high school's out, so we have more trimmers.
Yeah, that's cool. I kind of like places where we're just like here most of the time.
Yeah,
Like,
instead of
not
like
like
traveling from place to place.
Not a bunch of moving around.
Yeah. The only thing about here is when we're at the condos, we have like some lunch options.
Right.
Here, I think we're in like the middle of nowhere. We did find a gas station. We haven't been there yet, down the road. But besides that, I don't think there's many options around here. It's definitely like pack a lunch and have plenty of water kind of day. But this is where we said we'd bring the side-by-side when we're here for full days. So that like, if you guys are trimming that very back section, that's what I was saying the other day. Like if you run out of gas and you're like, okay, I'll be back in like half an hour when I walk all the way back down. Right, Joe?
Yep. Harvey's thinking, and he's probably about right, that's like the size of like Lakeview.
Yeah.
If not more. But Lakeview's an hour and a half with 4 of us. So that shouldn't be more than a couple hours if we do that whole section.
Okay.
And then I know that, yeah, that should all be good. But I'm saying time-wise, from when we actually come here and do this whole thing, you and I trimmed like from there all the way to that end in
All
2.5
this.
hours. Yeah. So if that's 2 hours of trimming, 3 hours. I honestly think this number of people, if we were mowing this whole thing, it'd be 6 hours or less.
Yeah. And today we're only here to do a partial.
We're like mowing this field.
This field was so wet we couldn't mow it. It was literally like half underwater. So we got to get this knocked down, and then part of the old section that we left because there was all the flowers for Mother's Day.
I do agree that from like this road over, that triangle is probably the worst of it.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know. Like, and I see all that's like all mossy. So I see that spot right there that's like grass that could probably get cut. And then I think there's some grass up on top in that corner.
Like that corner.
Yeah. So
But-
maybe we'll touch some of that up. But definitely like from this road, more or less like over that way to the triangle.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's probably somebody bomb around on the little itty bitty mower because it's so like
Yeah.
uneven.
Probably.
Do everything, like cut in everything, like you were saying, like cut everything in with the little mower, and then if there's bigger sections, leave them for the big mower.
But with this contract, there is one little bitty cemetery that just once a month. So that needs to be cleaned up. So Harvey and Christian are going to go do that. I got to get you an address, and then we'll be all hands on deck here for a couple, 2-3 hours, and then head to Webster. Sound like fun, Harvey?
Yeah.
You got a real farmer's tan going on, kid. It's all so green, though. It's nice to see it so green. Once the summer heat hits it, oh, like it's like half of it looks like dirt. But maybe if we keep mowing a little taller and we keep getting some rain, maybe it'll stay this pretty. I wasn't here, but the boys did get a compliment last week when they were in here. And they said that they've never seen the cemetery look so good. I mean, that's only one compliment. I'm not sure how like the majority feels, but I think it looks real good. And what we saw when we first started the cleanup to what it looks like, yeah, I hope a lot of people I hope all the peoples like it. All right, I'm gonna put the camera down and get to work.
And then that top road, that triangle right there.
Okay.
Pretty much any of that you want to start, like, you see how we like mow around rows and stuff. Just start mowing anything you think you can. If it looks like it's a big section that would make more sense to do with these, just leave it and we'll hit the big open stuff. But like,
You can cut in around
there's
like
a lot
this,
of like
so.
little patches and little uneven stuff that will like contour and fit in.
Yeah.
So if you want to try to see what you can start doing with that.
All right, good luck, boys. Godspeed. Oh no, I'll get you an address, then I'll go mow.
Good luck, boys. Harvey, just go find a
Which
little
one is
cemetery
Harvey's?
somewhere.
Which one am I running? if any of you caught it that first. I don't know if any of you caught it with what I just cut, but I did not mean to double cut. On my Maverick, my deck height is set, and if I want it to go like higher or whatever, I use my foot control. And on this Revolt, you put in like transport mode, so it's always at the highest setting. So I cut it and I forgot to drop my deck. So I dropped my deck and I cut it again. And the other thing I wanted to show you guys, with these Revolts, they have, I don't know what the proper term is, but speed control. So with these, here, I'm gonna shut the mower off for a second. With these hand grips, these bars, you have three, I think it's three. Yeah, three options over here. And it just allows how far the middle control goes. So it kind of helps control how fast you're going. So with my hands, I always go to the second, the medium, because my hands can grab that. My fingertips can be on here, and it's where I feel like most comfortable. Joe and Harvey, of course, run it wide open, so it allows you to get, you know, another inch or so of that acceleration. I don't like that I can barely like reach, so I feel like I have less control. But I'm gonna cut the second half of the field on the full speed, and we're gonna see how much faster it really is. Holy moly. I'm not even exaggerating. All right, I'm gonna say this real quick, then I gotta go hammer out the other sections and get down to the boys. But I'm not exaggerating. When Joe's like, oh, I can mow that way faster than you. Not in a bad way, but just like on my Maverick compared to this. I was like, it's not that much faster. And I've never moved the settings up to the fastest like setting. And it's literally like twice as fast. It is insane, the difference. I literally think I cut the second half. It had to have been almost twice as fast. It is insane. The only like little blurb I'll put out there for you guys is if you are not used to running big, powerful machines for these mowers, it's not for a beginner. You could easily get hurt if you have never ran something this powerful. I mean, if you spin around, you can fall right off this thing, which is part of the great features of it. If you're mowing hills and something goes wrong, you're not stuck on the machine. But just my little warning, don't like go out there if you're a beginner mower, hop on, you know, some big, powerful, the biggest Revolt you can find and see how fast you can go, because I can promise you the chances of you getting hurt are quite great. But I'm gonna go knock out these other ones, catch up with the boys, and I'm blown away. I can't believe that one little dot, that one little notch forward is so much faster. Do not tell Joe. I know he'll see this video. I'll never say it again, so good thing it's recorded. But I think my husband was right. Alright guys, I got all this back section done and I forgot to put on sunscreen again. Oh my gosh, it should be like a #1 ritual when I wake up in the morning. But I put my hair down to try to cover my back. But I wanted to show you something real quick. I know that these are cemetery contracts. I know they're not high dollar amounts, but pride and quality matter to us. I know some people might say it's a cemetery, in, out, leave, you know, all the big dead grass because it's been raining and the thick parts are tall, and it doesn't matter if it's like a $1 million house or a cemetery. Joe and I just cannot bring ourselves to one cut and leave and have it look like it was a hayfield. Probably why we're never gonna be like millionaires or anything. But I just want to turn this around and show you real quick. I should have thought of it sooner when I had done like half and half. And just keep in mind, I didn't double cut the whole thing. So way up top is all like weedy and pretty kind of bare, but down in this section it's very full. So I just want to give you kind of a close-up. This is what it looked like after one cut, and as you can see, there's just so much grass. So what we do is we cut it at whatever height we're going to cut it. So I cut this at, it was initially going to be 3.75, but I bumped it up to 4 because it was so thick down here. But let me show you the difference with double cutting. And like I said, I only did this bottom section, but look at, I hope the camera does it justice. Like look at here, right? And then we raise our deck all the way up, so it just takes all that loose grass and kind of chops it up finer and spreads it out. And I mean, guys, this is cemetery grass. There is nothing special here. And just by lifting that deck all the way up and running a quick second cut over it, I mean, this is why people appreciate us, cemetery or not. My advice to you is to always put in your best effort, and always, it doesn't matter if it's a little old lady with sandy loam and $20 cut, although who does $20 cuts anymore? But that, it doesn't matter if it's a little old lady or a cemetery or a $1 million house with irrigation and whatever. We choose to treat every customer or contract the same way and give it the same amount of care. So I know many probably aren't like that. Like I said, that's probably why Joe and I will never be like millionaires and making $1 million, because we spend extra time and we don't charge the extra for it. So don't be here to listen to my business sense. Just be here to appreciate the quality. How's it going, Joseph?
Rough. So bouncy.
It is so rough out in this section.
Oh, it's bad. And holes that'll like
oh, I told
drop
you.
a tire right in.
Yeah.
So there's like 3 sections that you can actually go good speed.
Yeah.
Like 3 little pieces. The rest is like you gotta go slow and like
you have to be
swerve around every little hole, rock, bump. Like it looks fairly level probably on camera.
right.
But like hop on that thing and drive across there and
Oh,
tell
yeah.
me you're gonna go straight.
Yeah, it's
So
not.
I mean, they're straight in the sense that like if I double cut it, they would end up in the right spots, but they're like wavy, like rock,
Yeah,
bounce,
yeah.
Like double cut that straighten out. I don't think I'm gonna double cut it right now because we're gonna be
we'll be back here
next
next
week for Memorial
week,
Day.
and yeah.
I will probably up there where it was really thick and wet. We couldn't mow any of this last time. There's still like 3 little ponds over there. They kind of blend in because I was able to drive through some of it and mowed around the rest.
Yeah.
So you only really see it if you're right over there. It's not even like have the guys trim it because...
It's just a pond.
Also, shout out to Cujo. Notice that I'm not wearing Cujos on my feet, right?
You just have sneakers.
Always do. Today I'm like, I'm just gonna be on a mower. I'm gonna throw on my sneakers. Like they're just light, airy. Not that Cujos are heavy. We're like,
Right.
but I was just like, I'm just gonna throw on my sneakers. I'm gonna be literally on a mower all day. This is gonna be awesome. Yep, mowed that wet and like the blades were shooting water at my platform. And I drove through a section that my platform was underwater. I was like,
That's how I was at one section
my
at the
feet are soaked
condos.
now. So shout out to Cujo because if I had those on, my feet would be dry right now.
All right, well, you know, the one thing that's TMI
Yeah.
is I have to pee so bad. And the one thing is I'm the only girl and there's no place. So I'm hoping that
I
we
know, I wonder
are.
if that parts store has.
I know, I want to be like, I'll give you $5 if I can use your restroom for 10 seconds.
I honestly, you think I'm crazy, and I've said it a million times. I want to get one of those little camp toilets, the little chemical toilet. No, I'm serious because
I know you're serious.
because you're
I'm
a girl
not.
and you have to pee. And what about like?
I just hold it all day.
We can usually find a spot to pee in the woods, but I ain't taking a dump out in the woods somewhere. So,
God.
if you'll find out because everybody around me knows. When I gotta go, I gotta go. It hits me like that. So I honestly think, and maybe that's something like when we have the 24-foot trailer, keep a little tug.
Does anyone keep a bathroom in your trailer?
Well, it's
I
probably not
feel
a
like-
problem a lot of spots because like I said, you can.
But
if
when
you're
we're
a guy,
out
you
on
can find
big
us on the
properties
woods.
for a whole day and there's no restroom.
And we're not like in the city. We're pretty rural. Like
Yeah.
it's odd that there's a parts store right there. So
Right.
maybe they have a bathroom, but other than that, it's like.
That's why we love
Houses and
Andover
industrial.
and JJ's Market. We take a lunch break every day, so I can use the restroom, grab a cold drink, and they're in the center of town. Plenty of like parking with all our trucks and trailers, but anywhere else, not so much.
So Harvey and Christian just came back and checked in because they forgot to grab trimmers. Not a
Oh,
big deal because it's like 2 minutes down the road.
Yeah.
But the cleanup is done, and he said they
Cool.
like raked around the front. The neighbor, the house next to it does like mow outside of it,
Oh, okay.
but he said they just kind of like mowed over everything, so they raked like the front hill and everything.
Oh, good.
So they're just going to knock that down and they'll be back. I was gonna go check on Max when I was done here, and then I was gonna start mowing stuff like that. Like that
Oh, the, like, wide
green,
open hill.
section. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you come by Max or you came a different way?
I came by Max.
Is he mowing like everything or is he cutting stuff in?
I think he's more or less mowing everything.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Well, all right, let's get to it.
All right.
I gotta pee. Shout out to the parts store across the street. They let me use their restroom. They warned me that there's only guys that work there, but the restroom was way cleaner than I thought it was gonna be after Howie said that. But oh my gosh, thank goodness for small towns, because I'm not peeing in the woods. Okay, my sections are done. Checked in with Joe. Harvey and Christian are almost done. Wear your sunscreen. Whoops. Open your sunscreen first. Oh my gosh. One of these days I'll learn and not look like a lobster. not bad, or?
It's tall, so it's a little like hay,
That's all right.
like a little thick.
Is it so there's like some grass in there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It probably should look at it like, how often do we mow this?
I think that one's once a month.
No, this.
Oh, like 2 to 3 times a month, like every week, every
So,
other
like,
week, depending.
Every time, every other time. Well, not every time, but
like every other
go
time.
look at it.
Good. Okay.
See what it does in the next couple of weeks,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
go from there. Once
Well,
we actually know how fast it grows.
Thanks for doing that. Joe has this field all knocked down.
He was swimming over there. was telling me.
Yeah. He wants to double cut this, but after the trucks move, so he can like come
He
right
said,
up on the
like,
tar.
That last thing, I think.
Yeah. All out back, I did everything, so I think it's just doing this section. Max is like up to here, then of course Joe's here. I don't think Joe started way down there. He did like from the wide open.
Yeah, he said that he was gonna pick and choose what he was doing.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if me being in there is helpful or not. Are we? I assume we have to trim it all because it's pretty tall all around.
I don't know what he wants to.
Well, I guess the boss man will tell us. Oh yeah. I should have brought my sunglasses. Hello, Joe.
I left my Toros in my truck at Logan's.
Oh
I have to run
man.
my heat waves.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, what's the plan? We're all here. It's just to finish mow this and trim all that section. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
like-
pretty tall around some of the stones.
Yeah,
so-
mostly like this hill,
Okay.
and then
You
I
say
don't-
that, but when I came this way,
Well, yeah, I don't know what his. I'm
It's
saying
pretty
what I
thick.
just mowed is like this hill right here, and kind of on top is like the height I'm cutting at right now is kind of like the height it is around the stones.
Yeah.
It's
It's
not
not
horrible.
or trim his whole section.
Yeah.
That whole corner.
So is it anything up top for me to mow on the big
Yeah.
flat? Oh, okay, so I'll go. I wasn't sure if I should get on a trimmer or not. Like I really don't want to, but I was gonna offer.
No, I was gonna say Max can probably hop off that and start trimming.
3 trimmers and
Yeah.
get whatever mowed, and then you can finish trimming and I'll do content.
No, I
1,
would finish
2,
what he
3.
was doing with it.
Yeah.
Oh. Gotcha.
Or I'll finish what he's doing, and you and Harvey can do like the flatter stuff up top.
All right, well, I know my job. I'm headed up top. Right, Christian? Christian knows his job. I don't even say anything. He's like, I'll trim.
Well, I don't know where to. Is it just that whole section right there on the right side of the road?
It's like, it comes to a point, so it's almost like a triangle over here. If you follow the road, yeah.
At the point and just work your way.
So if you start there and work your way this way,
And it's we're gonna be right back here
next week.
So like a quick just
Fall
knock
stuff.
it down. You know what I mean? Don't have to get too picky. Thank you.
Christian is the man. Look at him. We didn't even say anything. He grabbed his headphones. He's just, you don't even have to say anything. He's like, I know what I'm doing. Never even been here.
Right up, grabs cans at the gas station
Right.
and stuff like that.
I wish there was like 100 Christians. I would hire every single, if you have a work ethic like Christian,
I think she has more money than she does.
To hire 100 people.
I'd get
We need
all the
more mowers.
contracts. But if you're a worker like Christian and you like weed whacking and you just like physical labor,
Get her.
write us a message. I'll give you a job. I don't know. Christians, I think you being our nephew and working so hard and appreciating and loving what we do, it's your business and you love doing it. And we just lucked out with Christian. I mean,
Yeah. Literally, like I've joked, like you could tell him to trim that tree with a pair of scissors and he'd be like, okay.
Is there a time limit?
Do you have a ladder? Like, or like spreading the mulch yesterday, I joked like Christian would literally, you could dump him a 15-yard pile and give him a spoon and be like, okay, you need to mulch this property. And he'd be like, all right. Is that productive? No, but the guy never complains about anything.
He is literally the best employee that is not family, that we could hire.
Yep.
I'm a pain in the ass.
Oh, you're such a pain in the
I just
ass.
get
I
stuff
mean, I
done.
love you anyways, but you're still a pain in my ass. Well, all right, I'm gonna put the camera away. so that I can hop up top and just get mowing in. I'll check in with you guys after we're done. All right, these boys are busting their behinds. It looks so good in here. We're so blessed to have such a good team. Joe is double cutting just right here, kind of like along the road where it's real thick. Same thing as I did. I'm guessing his deck is all the way up and he's just hitting it one more time to kind of, you know, you don't have that hay field look with that thick strip of grass in there. Kind of mulch it up and spread it out. And Harvey just mowed or finished all the little stuff in here. Joe said there was a state truck worker that went by and was honking his horn and thumbs up out the window. So it's just nice to be recognized. You know, most of the time, look at that gorgeous, expensive lawn. Look what a nice job they do. But we make the sandy, crappy cemetery grass that is like not manicured. It's not like we come in and dethatch and lime and fertilize and overseed 18 acres, but we still make it look damn good.
I gotta go down half of our shit.
Do you want that? Oh no, you have yours. I told him to leave this weed whacker with you guys, so at the other places, Christian has that.
Oh, that one is mine.
That one ran out of gas.
Oh, you just swapped.
Oh, so you just swapped them. I gotcha.
I'll take that one.
There you go, Harvey. So,
Christian doesn't run with Darwin Griffin.
ever? That kid is crazy. But I think he's running through the top. Joe said he'll hop on and help you trim through the front, and then
Well,
we're
if he
calling
just wants
it.
the hill trim, then I can do that in about 10 minutes.
Well, I think he's like done. And will you hit this just so it looks nice? All right, I'm out of here. Gotta go. Good job. Thanks for picking up even more accounts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave before I tell Joe.
Okay.
Bye, Joe. Gotta go. Love ya. Great, great job.
What time is it? 1:18?
Time for me to go before I'm late.
Yep.
All right, and Christian, I can hear him up on the hill. I haven't told him like we're headed out or anything. Well, Max and I are headed out, so you three are gonna finish
did you
up.
Move his stuff out of there?
Yeah, I did.
I think if Christian stays going and wherever he's at, if Harvey and I hit this front hill,
That's such a great idea.
then what is that what you guys already talked about?
I'm just being a smartass.
Yeah. I
Cool.
think it'll be good.
Oh, is that? I thought I blew that off. Is that
We
more?
can just run up and down.
Okay,
Well,
I was gonna
it's
say,
not
I
wet.
think, okay. All right, I'm out of here. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. I text you the 4 things left.
4? Oh, the vet.
5 things, I'm sorry.
5?
5 things, and you know, do the best you can. I'll be home.
Obviously gonna do the vet because it's here,
Yes.
and then we'll just work our
And
way
the
home.
lawn doesn't
Yeah.
have to pick up because it's here.
Harvey, you weren't supposed to say anything until I left.
That old lady that came in,
Oh,
it's like less than an acre property.
It's like a half an acre, but she
somewhere
thinks
around
her
here.
grass, I think she said it hasn't been mowed this year.
Apparently
and
it's by
she's-
the globe, like I'm supposed to know where
I
that
know where
is.
globe
Yeah,
is.
that's,
Yeah.
we drive by, it's the big,
fire- they make
she
fire
said
by the
she's
globe.
2 seconds down that road.
Good, we'll mow the globe too.
Anyways, she was such a sweet old lady, I couldn't say no.
I don't care, that's fine. I haven't
Samantha
rechecked
said she
the
has
weather.
No clue how much to charge her.
Yeah, and I said, I
Your
don't know,
flashlight's
just
on.
charge her
Why is my flashlight on?
whatever.
It's probably good.
I didn't tell her
Probably my
price.
music and my flashlight is why I'm at 35% battery.
All right, but I gotta go or our kid's gonna be late.
I was just checking the weather because I haven't. Yeah, tomorrow's only 40% chance of rain, so we'll be fine with everything we're gonna
When
do
we have
anyway.
to do Pillsbury, when
We can
Samantha
even do
picks up
Pillsbury in the
57
rain.
different ones.
Well, that's fine. I mean, if you do the vet,
The new lawn. Well, the new
the
lawn.
new
the
one,
vet.
and then either you come home or you can do the other 2 lawns and we
Yeah.
just do Pillsbury tomorrow. Whatever you want.
Okay.
I text you a list, I think.
And if
not,
it's
I
gonna
will.
rain, one of the bigger ones we were gonna do I already talked to the guy, and remember he was like, yeah, some spots are tall, some spots are really wet. Well, if it's gonna rain tomorrow, the wet spots are still gonna be wet, like the wet holes out here. So maybe his gets pushed
But
out anyway.
maybe we do his first thing in the morning before it rains if it's not raining. We'll figure it out.
We're gonna do everything we can
All
do.
right, the life of pool and property, it's always changing. We never know what we're doing. But for now, we're always working. We just never know what we're doing.
Right.
For now, see you later, YouTube. Gotta go. Busy. Peace out.
Love
See you next time.
I mean, love you, bye. Yeah, love you, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you.